Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So, listen to this. Judge dismisses charges against Alec Baldwin after defense alleges government misconduct. Mm. So, an involuntary manslaughter case against actor Alec Baldwin was dismissed in dramatic fashion on Friday after the judge overseeing the case ruled prosecutors did not properly turn over evidence to the defense. Baldwin's attorneys had filed a motion to dismiss the case, arguing state investigators did not properly share with the defense that a man had delivered a box of ammunition purportedly connected to the case to investigators. Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer sent the jury home for the day and heard several hours of testimony about the alleged issue. At about 4 p.m. local time, she sided with the defense and dismissed the case with prejudice, meaning it cannot be brought up again. The state's discovery violation has injected a needless, incurable delay into the jury trial, she said. Dismissal with prejudice is warranted to ensure the integrity of the judicial system and the efficient administration of justice. Your motion to dismiss prejudice is granted. Baldwin could be seen crying as the decision was announced, and he immediately hugged his wife, Hillary, as court was excused for the day. Girl, quiet as it's kept. This is a sad situation because somebody lost a loved one, but I don't think that this shouldn't even, girl. This shouldn't even made it. Shouldn't even made it to trial. Girl, I was really possibly about to send that man to prison. The decision came after a chaotic hearing a Friday, just a few days into Baldwin's involuntary manslaughter trial related to the fatal shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on October the 21st, 2021, on the New Mexico set of the Western film Rust. Baldwin had pleaded not guilty and could face up to 18 months in prison. At opening statements Wednesday, prosecutors alleged Baldwin violated the cardinal rules of firearm safety by pointing the prop gun at Hutchinson's and pulling the trigger. However, the defense blamed the film's armorer and the first assistant director. Now, somebody needs to be blamed. Now, I don't think it should be Alec Baldwin, but somebody definitely should be blamed. However, the defense blamed the film's armorer and the first assistant director, jointly in charge of firearm safety on set, for allowing a real bullet to be loaded into the prop gun and failing to make it safe before it reached Baldwin. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see no. Somebody needs to be blamed. Um, This was an unspeakable tragedy, but Alec Baldwin committed no crime. He was an actor, acting, playing the role of Harlan Rust, attorney Alex Spiro said. These cardinal rules are not cardinal rules on a movie set. I don't think nobody would think you should, okay, fake or not, you shouldn't be pointing, a piece at anybody, but I don't think that anyone would think that if we're on a movie set, girl, even if I am pointing it at somebody, girl, it's really a bang bang. I'm really about to take somebody out. The case against Baldwin has marked a years-long fits and starts with turnovers and prosecutors. Prosecution stalled by questions surrounding the integrity of evidence and the steady spat of motions from Baldwin's team attempting to get the charge thrown out. This is the third criminal case related to the onset shooting in March. Hannah Gutierrez Reed, the armorer for the Rust, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 18 months in prison. Girl. Now I didn't keep up with this case, but I mean, before it got to Alec Baldwin, who did it go through? Who was in charge of the props? Who was in charge before it got to Alec Baldwin? That's who the blame should be put on. And if it's multiple people, then those multiple people should be blamed. But I don't think it should have. I don't think it should be Alec Baldwin. This is a long article. I'm not going to read it all because it's long. I'll put the link to the CNN. This is according to CNN.com in the description box. Girl, I know his nerves was bad. I know his nerves was shook. Can you imagine, girl, somebody possibly about to send you to prison for 18 months over something that you absolutely had no idea about? Oh, baby, the way I would be rocking back and forth, girl, y'all know my nerves would have been shook. Okay. Anyway, shout out to Alec Baldwin. And shout out to the family who lost their loved one. I know that has to be very, 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 very tough. Yeah. Shout out to the family who lost their loved one, Haley. Haley Hutchins was her name. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the next story. Okay, so Power. I didn't watch Power when it first came out. I watched it probably like a couple of years ago. I watched all the seasons, and it was actually it was a good show. And then the son Tariq has his own spinoff show, but this season is the season finale. Girl, I think the actors found out like one day. Girl, I don't think the actors even knew it was going to be the final season until like one day they looked on Instagram. It was some weird story. Well, the lead for Power, Omari Hardwick, Ghost. Girl, that's a fine piece of man. Girl, this little piece of hair right here is working my. I'm gonna leave it just like this. Girl, that little piece of hair is working my nerve. Let me push her down. Okay. Let me push her down. Okay. Girl, that ghost, that Amari, that's a man, baby. Make you do a little shimmy shake. Okay. I know that's right. Anyways, so 50 Cent isn't here for Omari Hardwick saying he was sold a dream about his infamous character Ghost. This ninja is a strange bird. So this is some of what Amari had to say and why 50 Cent is bothered.
If I didn't die, it means I'm still working, right? And my damn checks don't got power on it no more. But that could also be the business. Okay. All right, let me get a fast up. Yeah. Because you threw a dope ass live betrayal. Got clickbait. So the reality is I am the most I have so much empathy. Man, I have so much empathy for the fans, bro. Because you were sold and told a story that did not continue, guys, in the way that it was sold and told to me that it would continue. So you have every right to be hitting me up at every airport, every bus stop, every home. And I know you will too. It almost bothered me to ask this question, but I know they want us on, so I'm asking for them. I know that y'all don't. You have to ask me. Sometimes I'm like, damn, is Courtney fielding these questions today? Is are the execs and stars, or is Curtis fielding these questions? And for real, I feel like it's just me fielding these questions because I'm with y'all in this sense. I'm with you in the sense that the way the story was sold and told to me is not befitting of the way it ended, guys. So y'all have every right to be like, it didn't end right. And because we don't honor our fans enough, And I know me, Matt, and Trey are different. We honor y'all. We honor our fans, man. We often forget that the fans are being sold and told a story that has a genesis and that it has to end the way that it was sold and told to end. And because it wasn't, y'all have every right to be upset and go, so therefore, thusly, henceforth, Ghost cannot be kaput because it didn't end the way that we started the show. But had it ended the way that we started the show, then I think you guys would be extremely satisfied with the art, the beautiful freaking art that the show was. It should exist in museums. You should be able to forever.
Okay, so that's some of what he had to say. And then we're going to get into let me just say what 50 Cent had to say. So this is what 50 Cent had to say in response to Omari. This ninja is a strange bird. The F he talking about. I never done anything but look out for him. If he needed something, I gave it to him. I understand now that ish don't matter. Now I have heard, and I think Omari has talked about this, that I think when Omari was kind of, going through some financial issues, I believe that 50 Cent looked out for him. So I think 50 Cent has looked out for Omari. But this is the thing. What Omari is saying to me, I feel is some truth. And I just think it is so funny how 50 Cent can say whatever he want to say about everybody, do what he want to do to everybody, girl, bully people on the internet day after day after day. But as soon as someone gives their take on something, then all of a sudden they got to be a bird and all this other stuff, right? Like I said, I just watched Power a couple of years ago. What he's saying about owing the fans something, I think that has some truth to it. When the fans are the reasons why these shows are as successful as they are. So let's just talk about the one with Tariq, the latest show. Power, was it Power 2? The way that they kind of just snatched that off the air without giving the fans, not like, it's almost like you don't consider the journey that the fans have been on with these characters with this TV show. Like, clearly you don't care about the actors because they finding that they ain't got no job along with everybody else. But you're not even taking into account that the fans who have invested time and made this show as successful as it is, you're not taking them into consideration. Because it seems as though it's like 50 Cent just takes these shows off whenever he gets mad at somebody at Stars. And I don't get it. And I don't think that Omari was too far off with him saying what he said about the fans and the fans feeling the way that they feel and owing the fans and him being sold a dream. I'm sure that whenever Omari took the role, he was told something completely different than how the story actually ended. And when the story ended the way that the opposite of what he was told, like, hold on, what's going on? I also understand it's good to go out on a high note than a low note, but I don't think I could see how Power still could have stayed on. Look, if Empire stayed on for as long as it did, and they only in Power was only they only give 10 episodes per season. Power could have went on for a few more seasons. I really do think so. If Grey's Anatomy is in their 76th season. Girl, they done made they done turned, girl, they done had car wrecks, girl, they done had plane crashes, they done cut people's legs off, girl, people done turned into lesbians and gay, and girl, they got black babies with white mamas, and girl, they got some of everything, girl, hospital shootings, girl, they got some of everything that happened. Girl, you can find the storyline. Because if Charlotte can find one, y'all can find one too. I'm not mad at Amari for what he said. Some people think that girl, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Do y'all think that Amari was wrong for saying what he said? I don't think he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong. I think he told his truth. And in his truth, girl, 50 felt hit. And 50 feels as though I've done X, Y, and Z for you. How dare you come out and say what you said? It's not like he was outright disrespectful to 50 Cent. He was just saying, I was told something different when I took the job. And when it ended, I was like, what's going on? And then y'all not even thinking about the fans. That's the truth. Girl. Again, I didn't watch Power when it was first on, right? I have been watching the show with Mary J. Blige and the other people, though. I haven't watched this season because I'm waiting for the whole season to be uploaded. I'm waiting to the end of the season. I like to binge watch stuff now. I think that's so cute. You know, I didn't understand the whole binge watching stuff back in the day. I want to see it when they first come out, but now I understand it. It ain't nothing like just having like a free day and just watching your favorite show from beginning to end. You ain't got to worry about no commercials. You ain't got to worry about waiting till next week. You can just close your blinds, girl, get you a blanket, girl, get you a cocktail, some snacks, and just watch the show. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. Girl, I don't know why I thought this story was so funny to me. So listen to this. This is according to Hollywood Unlocked. So Mayor Eric Adams unveils first official New York City bin for trash pickup. Officials say it will help cut the rat population. On Monday morning, Mayor Eric Adams and Department of Sanitation Commissioner Jessica Tisch revealed the debut of New York City's first trash bin. Officials also disclosed that beginning on November the 12th, landlords of residential buildings containing 1 to 9 units must utilize trash bins equipped with secure latching lids, in addition to the newly introduced bins. Many property owners already use bins for their trash and pay over $100 in retail in order to keep the streets clean, Tisch said. Well, we've got great news at the same time that we're moving to require containerization of trash for all buildings with 1 to 9 residential units. We're unveiling the official NYC bin. Beautiful, durable, and less than $50 for the most common size. Girl, I want y'all to see this video. Baby, hold up, the way that man walked down that driveway with that trash can, like he was just unveiling the newest, greatest idea that had ever been invented. But the way he bent over and then picked up that trash bag. I said, girl, why is he acting like, girl? I said, girl, it's no shade to the NYC residents. Girl, shout out to all y'all. But girl, is they calling y'all slow? Girl, y'all don't know how to pick up a trash bag and put it inside of a trash can? Girl, they got to demonstrate on how to put a trash bag. Girl, that's what y'all doing in New York, demonstrating to the people how to put a trash bag inside of a trash can and close the lid? Is that what's going on? Girl, but this is the funniest part. Girl, when he shook that white woman's hand, girl, I want y'all to see. I want y'all to watch how he shook that white woman's hand, like that was his homeboy. Girl, he gave one of them. You know, this thing got so confused. Girl, she started grabbing his wrist. Yes. Oh. Anyway, shout out to the people in New York. Shout out to the people who get some trash cans. Girl, no lie, girl. Y'all know, I was telling my friend the other day that I wouldn't mind moving to New York. I just think it would be fun just to move to New York for a few years. You know what I'm saying? Um, but girl, I can't afford to live the way that I want to live. So until I can afford until I can afford to live the way I want to live in New York, I can't move to New York. I can move to New York now and just live in some shoebox, right? Some old building. But girl, that ain't how I want to live, girl. I need to be in a newer building. Okay, I need to be in a newer building. Um, yeah, and the newer buildings cause a little change, girl. Girl, no, cause a whole lot of change. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit still where I can live a cute. I could be cute, my little cute little apartment, right? Because this right here, I could not afford in New York City at all. Um, because the rat problem, I'm telling you, girl, y'all rat problem, girl. The people who live in New York know, girl, I don't understand. That's the biggest thing for me. Like, it's those, like, y'all pay so much money in New York. Like, everything is expensive. Just not the rent, the food. I told y'all one day I went to Chick-fil-A. I had stayed in Harlem. It's a Chick-fil-A in Harlem. And I knew I was going to the club later that night. So when I went, I remember I got a chicken. I had the number one, like the chicken sandwich meal and the French fries. And I also got a 4-count chicken strip. So I got the 4-count chicken strip with the meal, the number one meal, the chicken sandwich and the fries, and then I got an Oreo shake, and that came out to be like 20 something dollars, like $25. Great, yes, great, yes, girl. Baby here, that probably would have been, girl, between $10 to $12. Yes, yes, it was double the price. Because I know I was gonna need something to eat after the club. Because y'all don't be really, y'all, from, I don't know what y'all, y'all still be closing early in New York. um. Anyways, but yeah, New York is expensive. The rat problem is definitely a big problem. I think I've been to New York one time where I didn't see rats, and that was a time where I didn't catch the subway that time I went, but I didn't even see any on the streets. I remember one time me and my sister and my brother-in-law went to New York, and girl, the very first day, girl, we saw rats. Just girl, we was acting a fool. With my brother-in-law, he was trying to act hard. You know the niggas all trying to act like, man, come on, girl, shut up. All these big ass cats, girl, these cats and lions and tigers and bears and shit. Girl, them don't be no normal sized rats either, honey. Them be whole cats and tigers. I'm telling you, cheetahs. Them don't be no rats, baby. Them things be full blown size cats. Okay, with it, girl, I'm telling y'all. Anyways, shout out to the people in New York. Shout out to the people who gonna finally have some trash cans. They rat. I don't know what y'all can do about the rat problem. Well, one, girl, the trash that y'all have sitting on the corner, because that's how they do the trash in New York. Like they just sit their trash on the corner. So if you walk outside, I think it's like between, I can't remember the time, but they basically sit their trash out on the corner. So, girl, that's one of the big problems. Y'all just got trash bags just sitting on the corner. I just don't see myself living somewhere. I see myself living in New York, like I said, because I think it would be fun to do it just for like a few years. Um, and plus, I'm single. I ain't got no kids, girl, so I might as well live my life the way I want to live my life and move where I want to move. Um, but those that would be the biggest. Even if I had the money to live the way I wanted to live in New York, I think the biggest issue would be once it came down to it. Do I really want to deal with those rats? Like I just don't. That's just not something that I would feel like. I don't know. I don't know how Beyonce stayed in New York. How Beyonce stayed in New York with all them rats? How y'all live in New York with all them rats? How? How? Girl, I don't know how y'all do it. That's the only thing. I feel like in order to avoid the rat problem as much as possible, you would probably have to live somewhere like where the rich people live. It still might be a problem, but it's probably not as much. It's probably not as bad as an area. You know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say it, but they're gonna look out for the rich people. That's what I would think in my head. I just don't see Beyonce walking out of her house in New York and there's just rats running around. They probably keep those streets clean as clean as they can. I don't know, child. Girl, I ain't going to New York no time soon. I ain't got to worry about it. Shout out to y'all. All right, I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.